we can get there.
Medicine Man, the voice of reason. We got the original crew in here today. Back down to 2. Speaking of 2, we just did a
podcast
interview
with Downtown Music Media.
Yeah, shout out Amanda Kyrie. I always wondered how you pronounce her last name because I see her on social media.
Yeah, she's got that's an interesting last name.
For sure.
I always wish I had a more interesting last name than the first name, Spencer.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's one of those names that's like...
My grandfather chose it out of a book when he joined the military.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was his name originally?
He didn't have one. He didn't have a last name.
Oh, yeah, he's Native American.
Yes, sir.
Damn, I didn't know it was like that. You know,
it was back in the day. We're talking like 50 fucking 9 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's different. You have a social security number nowadays.
For sure. If you ever run into black people called freemen, they chose that name so that they wouldn't have to take their master's name.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got a cousin who's African American. That his last name her last name was Freeman.
Oh, word. There's a lot of history behind that name.
She's from Clarksdale, Mississippi. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. Man, it's fucked up. The Baskervilles, who came from England, owned slaves as well in the Virginia area.
They were. I always forget Virginia is a place in fucking. I always forget Virginia was
one of the first
colonies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
After like New England and all that shit.
No, they were before.
Were they?
I'm pretty sure.
Hell yeah.
Well, Plymouth Rock, and then but Roanoke was the original one, and it was down there by Virginia.
Yeah. Roanoke is in Virginia, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So what you been up to, man? What's been happening?
Man, I'll be honest. I know I've been saying it, but working on music.
Yeah, me too.
Been working heavy on this new set that I've been putting together.
Hell yeah. For Hotel to Base.
Hotel to Base, and just in general, trying to get that, maybe not an 100% original set together, you know what I mean? Because I enjoy mixing music, other people's music. It's, I think that's the like heart and soul of what a DJ really is.
For sure, yeah.
But definitely trying to work on my own intro and peak point.
Just straight producing.
Yeah.
For sure. I have people mistake me for a DJ all the time. I've had people approach me to play like just like party shows and shit.
I think a lot of time people are confused in what the true difference between a producer and like a DJ is.
Yeah, there's a huge difference.
Because there's a producer can be a DJ, but a DJ could not be a lot of the time
exactly.
isn't a producer. He's just very good at the craft of moving a crowd and things like that. But
yeah, man.
What about you? Even what you've been working on? I know you put out I was caught up on that Crazy track.
Crazy.
It was quite nice. I enjoyed it. I enjoy the mellowness of it.
Thank you. Yeah, that's how most of my shit will be. I've been working on a new song. I have it laid out pretty much, and I have a hook on it and everything. And I've made some verses, and it's just a matter. I'll probably get out here at like 4 a.m. one night and do that shit.
Old reasonable Trillion over here does not like being in front of people.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, you're right though. It's just like the first time I had to do it by myself, man.
But I'll say this: I enjoy producing by myself with nobody around me.
For sure, yeah.
Mainly because like sometimes I feel like
it can cloud up, your own judgment.
Because I'll have like this is what I need, this is what I want, or it needs to sound like in my head, and then you start getting other people start telling you what they think it needs to sound like in it.
It'll become an entirely different song. Yeah, man. Like if I'm not really interested on input if the person isn't involved
with the track.
You know.
I mean? Not hating. Everybody's got entitles and everybody's opinion, but sometimes people, it's like I'm going for a completely different.
I'm not saying I discourage like pointers and advice and like what you think or what anybody thinks, but
I feel like sometimes people don't know when their opinion is going from an opinion to them trying to tell you how to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
I know when we used to do it back in the living room days,
Oh, dude, that was
almost impossible to get sit there and do it.
For real, I would just put the headphones on,
man.
man.
It was it's always it's funny to watch how everything has changed because we really have grassroots that we didn't go to college and go get a job in a big studio and all that stuff like that. We've really kind of come up from the bottom of it.
For sure, man.
It's been a fun ride, man. I never would have thought. What has it been, like a year ago now?
Mm-hmm.
That
we started doing the podcast in February
of last year.
So yeah, it's been about a year now.
About a year, and it was all just a fucking an existential conversation on the couch that became real that night.
Yeah, for sure. I remember when we birthed the idea. It all came together really at the same time. Crib Media and him and the VOR and all that.
Because I think the Crib Media and the conversation and the podcast conversation was the same essential thing.
Yeah, they definitely went hand in hand. But yeah, whenever I finish up on this track, I'm gonna give it to S2. I'm gonna give him the beat and everything, and
let him work on it.
Yeah, have him mix and master that shit so it'll sound better. Yeah, I did everything myself on the last one. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I did it that night that we filmed that music video at Hotel Indigo.
Yeah, shout out Hotel Indigo.
Yeah, man, super nice hotel. And I was just feeling inspired when I came back, man. I just got my computer like a week before that, so
yeah, straight up.
I was like, let's get in there.
Yeah, it's been a rough week for computers. It sounds like all this too had a laptop malfunction that we had to fix.
Yeah, it's devastating when his shit crashes because he's probably gonna have to go and find a lot of his sounds for his tracks again and everything. But we'll get it figured out though.
Yeah.
You catch you hear anything about the Grammys at all?
You want to know something? I haven't heard one word about it.
Well, Drake won a couple, obviously. Childish Gambino won for Best Song of the Year for This Is America.
I mean, he should. He hadn't made music in so long and just like smacked everybody with that.
And the music that he was making was like some R&B soul type shit.
Yeah,
too.
He hadn't been like childish, like old school childish and wow.
Yeah. He hadn't been because of the internet.
For a very long time.
Childish. I remember when that album came out, man. I was hyped on that shit.
Favorite song by him still Bonfire.
Mine's probably Oakland.
That's a good one
with
too.
Lloyd. That's a good ass song.
That is a good ass song.
Yeah.
But I will say this: This Is America has been one of my favorite rap songs of the year.
For sure.
Like,
I agree.
Hands down.
I thought for sure that Post Malone was gonna win best rap album at least for Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
I was surprised he didn't because he broke that fucking record with it, bruh.
Yeah, he was on some Michael Jackson shit with that record.
Nah,
man.
he was on some Beatles shit with that record.
Yeah, you're right. Eagles shit. Fucking, he killed it. Drake, whenever he won, dude, one of his awards, he gave like the sickest speech. It was like, he was just basically saying like, hey, this shit doesn't really matter.
No.
And he was saying to everybody that's out there, like us and anybody who's out there just creating and putting themselves out there, like, awards and shit really don't matter.
No, some of the most famous musicians in history have never been graced with the Grammy.
Yeah.
That's like shit. Look at Leonardo DiCaprio. It took that man how many fucking years to even get nominated for an Oscar?
Yeah, that's
bro?
ridiculous. This is the guy who did Titanic. He
Titanic?
didn't get nominated for Titanic?
No.
Wow, that's some bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Him and Tom Hardy actually have this weird joke. I think it was from the Oscars because everybody's all like, how the fuck has Leo DiCaprio never won an Oscar? So Tom Hardy was like, check this. If you win an Oscar this year, I'll get your face tattooed on me somewhere.
Didn't he win it?
And yeah, he won it. And yeah, so now Tom Hardy, I don't know if he's done it yet, but he should have by now. It was a couple years ago.
Man, I'd tap. I'd probably get laid with that.
I'm saying, dude.
Just like pull down your pants, you can stare at Leonardo while you.
Portrait of, get it like right on your thigh. That'd be kind of weird.
That'd be like
have your friend's head right next to you.
Just like right above the shaft, man. Just like you gotta look right at him. Say hi to Leonardo.
Yeah, they're actually pretty tight though, from what I hear.
Yeah.
I love Tom Hardy, dude. I think he should be the next James Bond. I've said that.
I could say that.
Probably said that on this podcast.
We've definitely had the James Bond conversation more than once.
Yeah, dude. They're all, well, not all of them, but a lot of them are on Netflix right now. Pretty much
older
all
ones,
the Sean Connerys, yeah. And they put a couple of Daniel Craig ones on there too.
Daniel Craig is the shit.
For me, man, my 007 is Pierce Bronson, you know? When I think of,
Yeah, I agree
like,
with that.
that was the first guy that I knew as 007,
Isn't that,
you know?
that's the guy that played Die Another Day, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say
Yep.
that's my favorite Bond movie is Die Another Day.
That's the one, isn't that the one with Halle Berry?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did Die Another Day, You Only Live Twice,
Yeah.
I think. And one more. I can't remember what the other one was. Yeah. Another good James Bond, man, Roger Moore. Roger Moore's a really good James Bond. He's the late 70s, early 80s James Bond.
I've probably seen one. There's so many. That's like I said. There's so many fucking James Bonds.
Yeah,
you know the movie series they should reboot is?
What's that?
Fucking Austin Powers.
That's real. They put
Dude,
that on Netflix now too.
Dude, but I don't know if it could be anybody but.
Yeah, I was gonna say they would have to get Mike Myers in there.
Yeah. You could let Mike Myers be like the evil villain and have somebody he has like a kid or something. Y'all should be listening to this, mate, Hollywood. We know y'all listen to us out there. I see the listens.
Yeah, we get lots of listens in Cali, man.
That blows my mind that people even turn this on in California.
For real, people are people up in Maryland, where I grew up too, have been listening to us lately as well, man. We got a lot of listens in the DMV area. So shout out anybody out there, man. I probably ain't seen you or talked to you in forever, but thank you for real.
Got some events coming up. We got Hotel to Base coming up, man. I'm actually excited for this Hotel to Base. We've got a live electronics. I'm excited to see old Clay do his live do Quiet Herb. That's gonna be a good one.
I didn't know that he was a DJ.
I
didn't know that he was produced. I guess.
Yeah, he's actually a very prolific. He's good at what he does.
Yeah, for sure. He's got a great ear for music, man.
Yeah, he's
great ear for music. I got some guitar loops of his that I need to use.
And he does a really nice acoustic set. And you know, if y'all ever get the opportunity to go catch one of his sets where he's just Gregory Clayton, man, it's a good little set. He does a good job. He can sing very well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard him sing.
Yeah, he's like one of those people that can actually like sing in pitch without auto-tune.
Is he just a solo guy?
Yeah.
He's never been in a band, or?
I think he's been. I mean, I'm sure he's been in bands in the past, but he's not like. It's not a band per se right now. It's kind of like an acoustic solo act that he's doing.
Yeah.
But
that's sick.
Then we've got Zulu, of course, and we've got my buddy Josh that goes by Tech, gonna be there, and then of course me.
Oh, that's who that is.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited to see him. See how he does.
Yeah, he does. He does more of a how do I put this? Hardcore electronic music is the best way to put it. Very hardcore.
Just like that in your face type shit.
Yeah. It's almost like Excision.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a Datsyker Excision.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. Now let's not compare nobody to Datsyker.
Yeah, I just thought about that, man. I take that back. Datsyker's a fuck.
It's
man.
so funny. I mean, it's not funny what happened, but he was like one of those musicians because he came out, admitted it, and then fucking like disappeared.
Yeah.
He got killed. Like, man, you can't.
Is he doing time over that?
I don't know. I haven't really heard. They haven't said anything else about it. But you definitely can't be putting a backstage passage with the word "slut" printed on it around girls' necks and not expect it to go south.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but whenever I heard about the story, man, I was just all I could think was, how is he just now
getting in
caught?
trouble?
Yeah. Like, if he's been doing it for this long and this blatantly.
Shout out to your manager, bro. You got a damn good manager that's like some PR motherfucking
He
master.
probably just got overly comfortable with it, man, to the point where in his mind, like, it was okay or something.
Well, I think the one that really got in this last one is he got in trouble because I think, from what I read, it was he drugged the shit out of a girl.
Yeah.
And
to the point where there was just no denying that shit.
Yeah. Can't do it the old school way, people. Just gotta strike out to get to strike in.
Exactly. True shit, man. If she says no, then you're a fucking DJ, man. Why did you have to do this? Like, he's a DJ.
Right.
Like, bitches love
DJs, bro.
Yeah, man. No disrespect to any of the women who listen, but I mean, am I right though? Like, come on.
I mean, shit. You know what I mean? You let me. Female DJs is even cooler than male DJs, bro.
That's rare, dude. I do know a couple of female DJs, some local ones, but they're on some weird. They got a weird formula.
I'll definitely say this. Love you, Space Jesus. I'm about to talk about your girl, Huxley Ann. Woo, boy, when we saw that girl, she can throw them records. and she is like a hippie goddess.
Hold on, I gotta look her up. Huxley Ann.
Yeah, she's got a remix that like she like straight up like gets on stage and does it. It's got my big belly, my little titties, my big belly, my little titties.
Oh, I've heard that song. I didn't know she was with Space Jesus.
Yeah.
That was like that's kind of a cringe-worthy video. Like
Yeah.
those girls were being as unattractive as they possibly could be.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, what I've noticed with female DJs, I bet it is a bitch to get taken seriously as a female DJ.
Probably, man.
Oh my God.
It's really, I imagine it's hard to get taken seriously as a female anything these days,
Yeah, because
if it's not something that females typically do.
Because from what I've noticed, every time like DJs, the record companies try to turn female DJs into a straight sex object that just is standing on stage dancing.
Yeah. I really couldn't name a famous.
Rez is probably the most famous female DJ.
Oh, word. Yeah, I forgot about her.
She's on Mousetrap Records with Dead Mouse. She's Dead Mouse's.
Oh, nice.
I don't want to say girl. I don't think they're like involved like that, but definitely
could be
definitely the female face of Mousetrap, in my opinion.
This one time, years ago, I was hanging out with some buddies, and I was living in Columbia at the time, and came to this dude's house in Hattiesburg, and he loved Dead Mouse, and he kept like playing Dead Mouse, and he was always like, "Dude, wait for the drop, man."
Dead Mouse barely drops it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then
it's trance music.
And then he'd start going in, and I'd be like, "Wait, that was the drop."
It's like it's trance music, bro. It's not supposed to be hardcore.
Yeah, I'm not really into it. I've heard he's one of the perpetrators or whatever of press play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. He's wearing a giant mouse head.
Yeah.
It's not that you can't like be the certified master when you're jumping around with a mouse head.
Yeah, there's definitely a gimmick thing, just like the Marshmallow Guy.
Fuck Marshmallow.
His marshmallow head.
We're not, like I'll openly say that on the fucking air. Fuck Marshmallow.
Yeah. Well, fuck him.
Because the first time I saw Marshmallow was at Middlelands. The dude stood in front of the DJ booth for an hour.
No.
It's like, come on.
He probably had had it all set up.
Yeah.
Just one continuous fucking thing.
And Marshmallow is one of the very few like masked musicians that has nobody knows what he looks like.
Oh.
Yeah, he's never pulled the marshmallow. Like when he's in public and stuff like that, like at a big event, he's wearing the marshmallow head.
That's a smart move, dude. Smart move.
I think that's what killed Slipknot is when they fucking pulled the mask off.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, when we blow up, man, I already know I'm not gonna be into that because that kind of already happens for us around town and shit, and it's weird sometimes.
What?
Like people just saying what up to you.
Yeah, I remember the first time it fucking happened.
Like on social media or like at the club or whatever.
Yeah, I remember the first time it happened was at I think we were at the Keg and Barrel actually. And, I was working.
That's where it usually happens.
I was working and it was a crawfish bowl and I walk out to this table to drop their food off. Yeah. And like the entire table turns around and looks at me and goes, "Oh my God, you're the medicine man." I was like, "Yeah." And just proceeded to try to talk to me. I'm like, "Dude, there's 1,000 people here. I am at work."
Dude, I
they're like, they go, "Why do you got a job, bro?" It's like, "Cause I gotta eat."
So we were doing a show at Brewski's. I think it was just a Thursday show one night, and we went to the Keg just to have some drinks beforehand. And we were sitting on the upstairs bar. And there was like these 2 or 3 girls, and they kept staring at us.
I remember that.
And I remember thinking like, hey, they're hot. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of weird though. They're just staring
us
in
down
a really creepy kind of way.
And the thing about us is we don't get these looks usually. We're not even eating it up. We're like going, what the fuck?
For
is
real.
there something on my face?
So we're having our beers, and then we had the show, and I realized like they were fans.
Yeah,
and I was like,
they were
okay.
all there later that night. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's cool though. Like it makes me feel good and shit.
Oh yeah, because I mean
sure.
that's what that right there is what it is really all about.
Yeah, that's what we do it for. I was saying on that interview earlier, like I respect anybody who, puts themselves out there like that.
Yeah, man, because it is the most nerve-wracking thing
It
I
really
have
is, dude.
ever done was to step on stage at Brewski's at a night where it was fucking packed and be like, I really hope they like this.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, they're going to totally about to let me know.
It takes us, a special kind of confidence to really just, especially when it comes to performing in front of other people, to get up there and just do it and not be nervous, especially for the first time.
And I think the moment you stop being nervous is the moment that you are doing something wrong.
Yeah.
If you're not nervous about impressing somebody every time you get on stage, you're way too confident.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Yeah, man, I'm super hyped for Hotel de Base.
Yeah,
I'm hyped for the rap show that we
Yeah, I'm trying.
got in
I
the
really
works.
we gotta. The biggest thing, we gotta get that venue locked down, man. For that, it's surprising because like hip hop is just a different scene, and it's really you until I really started thinking about it as how much different the demographic is between that and EDM. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is
And
a lot
it's
different.
not like if you went through the big rap show at Brewski's, it would be weird.
Yeah,
would be
have they ever had a rap
weird.
show there?
No, they haven't.
Well, we've had
mean,
King Leo perform there and Vitamin C.
Yeah, but they weren't like straight like 4 rappers performing back to back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were sort of in betweens for the DJs.
Hip hop, like rap shows are almost like rock concerts
Yeah.
more than they are anything.
The only rap show that I've been to in Hattiesburg is the one at the Hippo. Quavious Black was performing. Shout out Quavious Black.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come to Atlanta on my birthday and just kick it and get the crew out there. I wanted to go to a show and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe
Let
hit
us
up
know if there's
Magic
any good
City.
shows going on. What's your
Yeah.
birthday? What's your birthday?
May 16th.
Yeah, Matt, let us know if we got anything going on out there. Every
It's
night,
on a Thursday, so I was gonna check for shit like on that Friday or Saturday, something like that.
Yeah.
And we can make a weekend
You
out of
know,
it. save a couple days.
I really like Atlanta.
I love
I
Atlanta.
love
dude.
Atlanta.
That's one of my favorite cities, next to Seattle. That's probably I've only been there once, but I was there for a few days and I didn't want to leave, man.
When me and Anna went there for the Bass Nectar New Year's Eve, it was really
yeah.
nice. I enjoyed it. The downtown area is very nice.
For sure. Now Atlanta really is Atlanta,
It is fucking Atlanta.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to be ready. You got to know what to expect.
You drive 2 blocks the wrong way, you gonna be in the hood, like in the yeah.
For sure. But it's an awesome city, man. A lot of sick history. They had the Olympics there.
We did have the Olympics there.
Yeah.
Olympic Park is actually where they do a lot of fucking music events too.
Hell yeah.
And that park is super fucking nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
it better be some
Jesus.
Olympic shit.
When we went there, we were there when the national championship for football was happening there. It was so, dude, that was crazy. We were staying at the official hotel for Bass Nectar and the national championship.
Oh shit.
It was like the weirdest thing ever.
All the penthouses were probably taken.
But no, just imagine all these old fucks and like regular people that were like there for their football game, and then Bass Nectar.
Yeah. That's real, man. I wonder if they be having after parties in them suites. You gotta. I think those rooms are soundproof.
Oh yeah, when we went to like 2 or 3 in there, and they're something.
Nice.
I think they pay enough money for them not to give a shit.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's gonna be fun over the next year to see what happens because I see big things for the whole. I see us in Atlanta and Los Angeles and moving around, and so.
Yeah, man. Probably start with like NOLA or Florida or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd be down to start with Atlanta.
Yeah.
Just because there's such an immersive music scene there.
Oh yeah,
I'd like to get in there.
definitely with the hip hop stuff. That's the place to be.
Most definitely.
You know, they definitely have taken over that from Los Angeles.
Right.
You know, I would say that Los Angeles is more pop music and electronic music nowadays. All your big DJ stuff and electronic production and all that's coming out of Los Angeles.
It's like if I'm a rapper who's just going out on a limb, like okay, I'm going, and I'm gonna go out there, put myself out there.
I'm for sure going to Atlanta.
Yeah,
without
man.
doubt.
LA probably isn't wouldn't even pop in my mind. I don't think.
Yeah, because unless you're trying to be like YG or Snoop Dogg,
or if you know somebody.
Yeah, because I feel like moving to Los Angeles is like it's a way bigger financial investment for sure.
Yeah, seriously, it's harder to establish yourself in a place like that. There's so many people, and everybody like. There's
Everybody
this
wants to
thing,
be like that.
Yeah, there's this thing about, LA people especially, like they're all trying to be something.
Yeah, they're all, and one thing I noticed that everybody out there is like, you come out there and like, yeah, I feel like a California mindset. Everybody out there is trying to be as California as humanly fucking possible.
Yeah, they're all trying to look like, somebody from TV or some shit.
Yeah.
And I've never I was born out there, but last time I went, I was like 10 years old, so I didn't really do much. But I met a few people who were from LA when I was in Seattle, and they get that vibe. But it's like that with, most big cities, man, because I get that same kind of vibe from people who are from New Orleans.
Oh
as
yeah,
well,
people from New Orleans are like, I hate to say it, they try to be as dirty, hippie, fucking, however you want to put that.
Yeah.
As human,
But at the same time, act like you should treat them, better because they're from the city.
from New Orleans.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, New Orleans actually sucks. So
It's like, have you ever walked down Canal Street?
yeah.
And I'm just gonna say to anybody listening, if you've never been to Mardi Gras, now's the time. Do it.
For sure. Our hotel de base is basically a
Pre-party
Gras
for the
deal.
big weekend of Mardi Gras. If you've never been to Mardi Gras, I don't know if we have anybody listening to us has ever never been to Mardi Gras. That is an experience
For sure.
that can only be explained by being there.
You gotta go to You gotta go to NOLA for that shit.
Yeah, no, everywhere it's not the same. It's not the same.
I've had
everywhere
people
else.
tell me like, oh, Baton Rouge is Mardi Gras or Shreveport or whatever.
I've been into it in Mobile, and Mobile's the home of Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
That's where it started.
I've heard theirs is pretty sick.
It is sick, but it is still not St. Charles Street.
Yeah.
Endymion, if you've ever been to Endymion, which is the big parade.
I don't think so. Well, maybe. The last time I went, it was like the last night of that shit.
No, yeah. They block off, like, you can't get out in the new, like, they block Canal and all that shit for Endymion. And there's usually, like, fucking 500,000 people on like one block. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. Last time I was there, man,
And you
I
better
got
be
super
strapped up,
wasted.
gadded up, and ready to
yeah.
fucking roll.
That's NOLA in general. But last time I went, man, I got super wasted. Me and my homies were out there. I was skating for Brazen Skate Shop at the time, and we went out there and we're just filming. I actually racked my nuts on a rail that day.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like 2016 maybe, and
So what you're telling me is you can't have kids?
possibly. I haven't seen a doctor or anything, but So yeah, man. So I'm drunk as piss. And this dude started tripping on me or something because I bumped into him, and we were on the street too. We were just walking down Bourbon, and I bumped into him and made him spill his beer, and he spilled it on his girl, and he started tripping, and he pushed me, and I was automatically went into combat mode and put my dukes up, and I pushed him back and shit. And my homies who were with me, we're all some dirty skate rats, dude. They mobbed on this guy. They didn't beat him up or nothing, but they fucking.
If he would have kept running his mouth.
Yeah, he would not have walked away from that situation, that's for sure. And I'm pretty sure we saw some dude die at the club, too.
Dude, we were there. We were, the last year that I went down there and, stayed and was on St. Charles and everything, we were there. We watched it happen. We were 100 yards up, not even 100 yards, maybe 50 yards up the street from where the dude plowed his car into the crowd.
Oh, shit.
He got super drunk and ran through the barricade, and I'm talking 50 miles an hour into the fucking crowd like it wasn't there.
Damn.
Yeah.
He must have been fucking gone.
Fucked
dude.
up. Yeah. Nowadays they have those. If you're in the Mardi Gras, you'll see them. They have these little things that if they see you come, there's a cop standing there. They hit a button and blow, shoots up a giant barricade that you smash into and you're not moving. It's
Damn.
thing will stop a tank. I think that's actually what it is.
Tank? What, a fucking anti-tank barrier?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. After at the end of Mardi Gras, man, the streets are trash, bro.
Oh my God.
They
have a problem where they have to send people into the sewer system to pull the beads out.
Damn.
There's a big thing. There was a big thing at LSU now that they make them now, but they're a little bit more expensive. They haven't become so commonplace. As they have biodegradable Mardi Gras beads.
Oh.
Yeah, they're made out of some kind of weird plastic that biodegrades.
Hell yeah. How long you been in here? Let's get
30
on some current events.
Yeah, man.
We've been in
You
here
got
about
anything
30
weird
minutes.
weird to talk about? I know I've got one. I'll let you go first.
Oh yeah,
there.
let me go first because I know yours is fucking out there. So this guy was out having a good time at a Nashville hotel bar. I don't know if you ever been to Nashville, but I love Nashville,
Love me
man.
some Nashville,
It's
bro.
badass. It's like New Orleans but nice.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So this man, he was chilling in Bellevue, Tennessee, in the Nashville metro area. Got pretty wasted, well off on his financial situation, and he tipped those servers nearly 22 grand, man. But this was causing problems, dude. What's this guy's name? Joel Boyers. This was causing problems, though, like.
In what way does
within
22 grand tips cause problems?
Man, when your fucking front of the house staff starts brawling to serve this guy. It didn't get like that, though, but this dude was acting crazy, man. And, when you're in there tipping, you got some leadway, If you're paying him, man, you can do pretty much what you want to do as long as you ain't hurting nobody and you're not, like, offending anybody.
If a man's tipping one of my waitresses 20 G's, as long as he doesn't grope her, cuss her out, or piss me off, everybody else can kind of, it's like, you tipping 20 grand?
Well, apparently this dude had a gun on him. He called the cops on himself.
Man, were they serving him alcohol?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Called the cops on himself, and he's saying, like, he's thinking about giving his kid away on Facebook. Like, I don't know, maybe making a Facebook marketplace post.
Man, it sounds like this dude was on some wacky juice or something.
Yeah, he was on something, man. But whenever the cops got to him, booked him into jail about 6 o'clock, dude. It was early, man. It was fucking early.
Shit!
And he posted bond, though. But as far as the cops are saying, they said he was just super drunk and had been smoking weed all day.
I bet he was super drunk.
If it was just alcohol, man, this dude has really got some demons, like, and they came out. But if you ask me,
man, I bet it was Jaeger.
Yeah, probably Jaeger or like some absinthe or something like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, but that's that though, man. Joel Byers, bro. If we did a shot of the day, I'd do one for him.
Yeah,
still.
man. But okay, my current event. So apparently, the FBI has caught the most prolific serial killer in American history.
Mm-hmm. This guy's pretty fucking insane, man.
Dude, 78 years old, has been operating since the early 60s. They basically what happened is they picked him up on drug charges in somewhere, and then
he's been all over, dude.
And then they shipped him back to Los Angeles, where they took his DNA, right, and they linked him to 3 murders there, and he's been serving. He got convicted of that in 2012, 2014, and has currently serving 3 life sentences, but basically he called the FBI and was like, "Look, I've got some shit to tell y'all," and proceeded to confess to 90 murders across the United States.
A couple in Mississippi.
Got a couple in Mississippi. And the ones in Mississippi, the one in Jackson has been confirmed. They found 34 of them have been completely confirmed. None of them have been disproven. Everybody that they've talked to, there's a missing person case about it.
Yeah, like cold cases.
Yeah, and they're trying to find the bodies. But the craziest part about the whole story isn't the murders or anything like that. I mean, that's fucked up and everything. But the man can draw the face of the victim, tell their name, how old they were, what they were going by, like if they had a nickname or whatever they were, where they were from, all this fucking very detailed information, 100% from memory.
He didn't keep a journal or nothing like that?
No.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
That's a true killer, man.
Yeah.
Like those were special moments for him.
No, yeah, they were so special in his mind that he committed. And like the ones in Mississippi, one of the ones in Mississippi, how they figured it out was the picture was so good, somebody recognized his mother.
Damn.
And they showed the picture next to each other. It's not this post, but they showed it. It's fucking picture of her, and it's all drawn. And
he remembers that shit vividly, as if it just happened.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
What's his name? Samuel.
Samuel Little. He
Samuel Little.
he had a fucking.
an alias.
Yeah.
So this dude's from L.A.
He's lived in L.A. I don't think they really know where he's from.
Been killing since the 60s. So is this, is that Black Dahlia guy? Fucking Zodiac Killer?
Man, that's what I was thinking. I could see this dude being the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah.
Because he, like...
You said that his victims are, earlier I remember you saying that his victims were mostly, like, drug addicted, prostitutes.
Like high-risk victims.
Yeah. And typically African-American.
Yeah.
I just thought about that, and most of I think all the Zodiac Killer's victims were white. But that was a long time ago, though. That was in the 60s, right? That might have been his start, dude.
Yeah.
That may have been his start, dude. If you go that long, if you go that many decades killing people and not getting caught, yeah.
My question is like, because he essentially what it was is he's been living like a real hobo, like train hopping hobo for the entire part of like his entire life. It's just crazy. Like,
so he doesn't work or anything, like there's nomads around.
And it's crazy to think about. This man lived his entire fucking life, literally like hunting victim, like he's a fucking animal.
There's some fucking sick people out there, man. Fucking Samuel Little. That's insane. It's a good thing it's not like they went out and caught him either. Like,
no, they picked him up on drug charges.
Yeah, and he was just like, I guess it's, I'm getting old, man. It's time to repent and reflect.
And shit, I bet he's doing it so he doesn't fucking die in a fucking lethal injection.
Yeah.
Or getting I wonder what because they want something when they're doing that.
Yeah. And either way, like, that would definitely extend
his life.
Him admitting that shit. Because if he wasn't on death row yet,
no,
right?
He's serving 3 life sentences.
Oh, word.
The dude's gonna definitely die in a jail cell.
Yeah. He probably wants to die. He's probably ready to die. That's probably why he told him that. It's like, hey, give me the chair, man.
He's in poor health.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When you're in your mid-70s, man, it's hard not to be.
I know, and the crazy thing about serial killers, at the end of the day, a lot of them straight do it to be famous.
Yeah.
Like, they do it for the fame. That's one of the reasons. Not Ted Bundy, but the other one. Fucking
the one they just made a movie about?
No, that's Ted Bundy. Fuck.
Was it the cult guy?
No, the one that ate people.
The one that ate people.
God, what is his name?
Hannibal Lecter?
No, that's a fucking movie.
That wasn't based on a real guy?
I don't think so.
You never know these days with movies, man.
God.
Fuck, I'm trying to. Dude, I was just talking about
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Dahmer.
That was the name that I was trying to fucking pop into my head because we were just talking about him the other day.
Jeffrey Dahmer's fucking.
I've heard that Ted Bundy movie is badass, man. Zac Efron playing Ted Bundy.
The thing that Whatchamadoodle did, Netflix did, was really fucking good.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. Dude, have you heard of that documentary? It's like Captured in Plain Sight or something like that.
Yeah.
Abducted in Plain Sight.
Like literally in front of people.
Yeah, in front of the family, dude.
Yeah.
And dude, okay, so this guy, I don't know the whole story, but he went away for a while and he came back and he's, in contact with the family and he ends up talking to the dad and they're in a car like talking and the dude's like opening up to the dad and he's all like, yeah, man, I need some release. So the dad reached over and jacked this guy off, man, in the car.
Why? What?
I don't know. This must have been the most charismatic guy in the history. So later on, ends up fucking the mom too. Mr. Steal Yo Family, bro. Like, this dude is.
And what's scary about those types of people is they're completely sane.
Yeah.
They're just sociopaths.
There's something. There's got to be something, like, I imagine on the surface seems like a normal guy. Got everything together.
I'm sure his childhood was all types of fucked off.
Yeah, for sure. I've heard so many spoiler alerts on this shit. I didn't even have to watch the whole thing, man.
I remember somebody told me to watch it, and I fell asleep watching it, but I got the gist of how fucking just like he was toying with him.
Yeah, seriously. for like a long ass time too.
Yeah.
Like pretty much the daughter's entire life. But I hear the daughter's fine now. Like, you know, I don't think it traumatized her all that much. But yeah, fuck the whole family, dude.
The whole family.
Even the dad.
Damn.
That shit's crazy. Y'all should check that out, man. If y'all got Netflix, man.
Check. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up though. It's been a good episode. We miss you, Andy.
Old Andy, old witch doctor.
Being Andy.
Yes, sir. Check out Hotel to Base March 1st. You know, we're gonna have Tech, Quieter, Zulu, the old Medicine Man. It's gonna be a good weekend. So
Hell yeah, I'll be there regulating.
Out,
make sure you follow us on Instagram as well at NN in the VOR.
Also, go check out the Downtown Music Media. Just a huge shout out for coming in and visiting us today.
For sure, peep that podcast. Will probably be up soon.
Yep.
Hell yeah, it might be not talking shit, but best sound quality they've had ever. Because they did it at Crib Media. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, thanks. Huge thanks to Amanda Curie for coming through and fucking with us. And
it's always good.
Hopefully we can do more together soon.
It's always good to work with our local teams. But yeah, this is gonna be a wrap today, guys. As always, Medicine Man and the Voice of Reason.
Catch us next week. We out.
All right, look, I came out here, I give it 190%, you know what I'm saying? I came out here, me and my boys, we practice all year, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking all the time, we fucking in here, like, fucking, we practice all year, we train all year, you know what I'm saying? We give it 190%. Thank you, baby. We give it 190%, and me and my boys, you know, I'm gonna fuck around, you know what I'm saying? I feel telling me and my boys, you know, we do it big, 100% all the way around, and, you know what I'm saying, like, don't even try to fuck with it, like, I'm about to throw it off on y'all.